Hi everyone. So today I kind of wanted to intro this vlog that I'm about to do. And funny thing is, I have already filmed everything for this vlog before doing this intro. Like I filmed the vlog portion of it like months ago. I just haven't had the time to like sit down and edit it. But essentially what this vlog is a Write Like Shonda Rhimes vlog. So another one of my passions in life is to write. I went to grad school for screenwriting and I just love writing like whenever I have the time. I love creating stories, specifically stories with diverse characters and set in like a fantastical world. So I feel like I kind of take a lot of inspiration from Shonda Rhimes' writing because she typically has very diverse casts in her shows, and I just really appreciate what she does for the diversity inclusion like in her stories. So I've really been inspired by her and like my own writing. So I wanted to kind of do a fun vlog of like writing like Shonda Rhimes. I've seen a lot of these videos here and there of like different authors, and I've only seen like a couple of Write Like Shonda Rhimes, but yeah, there is a lot of info on like her day to day. So I'll link everything that I mentioned like in the vlog in the description down below. But yeah, this is a new channel I want to start because I do love to read, I do love to write, so I want this to be like a vlogging style channel focusing on those elements. I do have another channel that is focusing on K-pop reactions because K-pop is another passion of mine. So I do have that channel and I'll also link that in the description below if you are interested in listening and watching my reactions. I go a little crazy on here. This will be like a little chill moment on this channel, but I'll probably post this vlog on that channel as well for the people who are on that channel if you guys want to watch my vlogs. I'll also probably post my like concert vlogs on here as well, so that there's a little bit of variety of vlogs. This is basically like my vlogging channel that I wanted to start. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. I really enjoyed writing like Shonda Rhimes. She has a very strict schedule of like specific times that she allows herself to write and also to work and everything because she's a very busy woman. So it was really interesting to kind of start very early in the morning and have time to like do things in the morning that I don't necessarily have when I normally wake up at like my own time. And she just has a very like strict day to day, I feel like. But I think that also goes into her like having kids, so she needs time for her kids, but she also wants time for herself, and she also needs time to write and to work. So this schedule kind of helps her do all of those things, which is really interesting. I just don't know because of the early start time and the fact that I already work like a full-time job, and on top of having like these YouTube channels, like it's a very hard schedule to do, but I understand why she does it. Like it allows her time to do everything throughout the day. So yeah, I will just get right into the vlog for you guys, but I hope you enjoy this. I hope you enjoy this channel. I'm sort of new to vlogging. I have vlogged in the past, but not a lot of like talking vlogs. It was more like visual vlogs, but I do provide a couple of updates and everything throughout the vlog in terms of like the writing and everything. But yeah, I think that's everything. And I really hope you enjoy it. And yeah, I'll catch you in the previous vlog that I have already filmed.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 days a week. Every hour, every minute, every second.
Hi everyone. Excuse me. So it is about 7:42 on Sunday and I'm continuing my write like Shonda Rhimes vlog. So I've kind of showed you what I've done in the morning. She gets up at like 5:30. So I got up around like 5:40. I had to hit my snooze a little bit. So yeah, it was a little rough getting up at 5:40 on a Sunday, but it actually wasn't that bad. I went to bed at like 10 to have at least 7 hours of sleep, which I did. So yeah, and I'll kind of do a voiceover during those bits because it was pretty early and I didn't want to, disturb people who might still be up. I look rough. I worked out, so ignore the face. But I'm here sitting with the Shonda Rhimes breakfast that she does. She usually has toast, tea, athletic greens, which I believe is in reference to AG1. I'll show you what I have in place of that. I don't have AG1. It's pretty expensive. I had it before, but it had expired, so I threw it away. But yeah, so she usually has toast. I have some olive toast, and I put fig spread on it because I don't just like plain toast. And I have like a maple espresso black tea from Trader Joe's. And then she also drinks olive oil from a little tip she got from Beyonce. So I'm gonna probably have that like after I eat my toast, and then I'll probably have the juice that I got in place of the AG1 once I sit down and start writing, which will be shortly, because she writes from like 8 to 12. So I did like my little morning routine in a line with her morning routine. So yeah, I will be right back and eat this breakfast. And I'm listening to The Town, which is a like entertainment podcast, and I've heard about it through grad school. And I'm listening to this because I usually like watch like YouTube when I'm eating breakfast, but she takes time out of her day to like listen to the news. I watch the news on like a regular basis because where I work, they play the news a lot. So I don't feel like listening to the news. So I'm listening to entertainment news right now. So I think I should get back into this podcast because it is really helpful. There's a couple that I liked that we had talked about in grad school. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna enjoy this little breakfast and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna try the olive oil. I don't think I've ever like just drank straight up olive oil. I love olive oil on like food and stuff and like dipped in bread. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know how she drinks it. She didn't say like how she drinks it, but I'm just gonna do it as like a little shot. I know people do like little immunity shots in the morning, so I guess this is kind of that vibe. I don't know. I mean, olive oil is pretty healthy for you, so yeah, down she goes. Ooh. Yep, just tastes like cooking olive oil. I have to take it in a couple of sips because it's very strong olive oil. So it's like not bad as it goes down, but it's the aftertaste that's a little interesting. And very interesting. It just tastes like I'm drinking like pure fat, which it is. I need a little sip of tea. Oh man, I will be right back. Okay, so I would love to know like what kind of olive oil she drinks because just drinking pure straight olive oil is a lot. It really is a lot. And I mean, this is cooking olive oil, so I wonder if having like a flavored olive oil would have been better, but I just had what I had. I like this olive oil that I'm using. I showed it to you earlier, but I use it for, cooking purposes. And it has a very strong flavor. Like it goes down like easily, like when I first take the sip, but when it goes down the throat is when it is a little interesting. But yeah, I think I'm gonna continue drinking my tea. And it is almost 8 o'clock. I will probably listen to a little bit more of the podcast because I eat relatively fast. So I didn't really, there was 2 ads in the beginning. So I had to listen to the ads and only really listened to the intro of this, the podcast, they're talking about like which TV streaming shows were successes and which were flops of the year. So I'm really curious because I feel like I haven't really watched a lot of like shows on streaming this year. I've watched like my, normal ones that I watch all the time, but I am very curious like what were hits and what were misses. And there are more that are starting to like finally trickle, like the ones that I have watched, they're starting to trickle back into new seasons. So at the end of the year, I feel like streaming has like changed like release schedule so much. So I was, I grew up watching cable, so like a lot of the shows that I had watched, they would come out in the fall, go on hiatus for winter, and then they'd come back like earlier in the year. So I was used to that schedule because there's like 22 episodes. But streaming, they kind of just drop things whenever, whenever they are ready. So I feel like I haven't been keeping up with the streaming shows, so I've just been like rewatching things. But yeah, I wanted to listen to this one because Shonda Rhimes is a screenwriter and I'm trying to be a screenwriter, so I thought it was a good podcast to listen to while eating breakfast. But it's not a very big breakfast, so it didn't take me too long to finish. So yeah, I'm going to add a little bit more sugar to the tea. It's pretty good. I just need a little more sweetness in the tea to bring out the flavors. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to sit down with my script. Okay, everyone, I put my hair down because it was a mess in the bun. So, but that tends to happen after a workout. But what I'm going to do right now at the start of my writing block, I'm going to read everything that I have written so far of this project I'm working on currently. And because Shonda Rhimes writes from 8 to 12 is like her specific time block for her writing. So I'm going to do that, but I can't write for like 4 straight hours. I don't know if she like takes breaks or anything. I'm assuming she does, but I like to do writing in like chunks of like 30 minutes and then taking like a little bit of a break in between. But the first hour, I just want to kind of read through. I have like 22 pages written of the script so far, so I want to read through what I have. I do that like every time I'm reading. I just to try to like jog my memory of like what I last wrote to get in the mindset of the story, and also just to like be prepared of what I'm writing in the beginning. So what I'm gonna be continuing to write. So I'm gonna do that right now. And then once I finish reading, I will go ahead and make a playlist for the script. I know that Shonda Rhimes likes to listen to music while she writes, and I do too. But for her, she kind of, watched a video and she picks a specific artist for like the script she is writing. Like I think she mentioned for, I can't remember which show it was, but she listened to Billie Eilish for one of the songs, and then, or for one of the shows she was writing at the time. And then she was writing, or gosh, I cannot talk. Waking up at 5:30 is a lot, and I need more caffeine. But she listened to like Beyonce, I think, while writing Scandal. I would have to look back at the video I had watched, but she listens to specific artists. I listen to specific playlists. I make playlists that are like tailored towards the characters and the world that the script is in. And the script I'm writing right now is kind of like my take on Charmed. It's a modern day Charmed. Charmed is one of my favorite shows of all time. So I kind of have certain elements of that series of, 3 witches, they're sisters. However, in mine, they don't know that they're sisters. They figure, or they find out in the pilot. And the reason because it is that their mom had passed away and left these letters, and one of the sisters found the letters and sent them out to the sisters. And the main like premise of the pilot is that they're trying to figure out what to do and also figure out who killed their mom. And at the same time, this very special book in their family has been stolen, and they're trying to find that as well. So yeah, that's kind of like the main premise of it. I've already had it outlined and everything, so I'm just writing the script right now. But I thought this would be a fun vlog to do while writing the script, so I can like write a lot more. Because I feel like I've been struggling finding time to write while working a full-time job. So I thought doing this vlog on a Sunday versus like the week was better because I can like carve out a lot of hours to like write. So with that being said, we're gonna get into writing, and I will get back to you later. I'm gonna need more caffeine because clearly I can't talk and I'm still waking up. And I don't know if tea's gonna do it for me. So we'll see how I feel after drinking this cup. But I do have something else I have to drink, but I'll probably do that in a little bit later. So yeah, let's get to writing. Hello. So I just made my little playlist for the story. It's gonna be kind of growing because I was just thinking of artists that kind of fit the vibes of this project. And I have some like Miley Cyrus, some Stevie Nicks, some what was formerly the Dixie Chicks, but now I think they just go by the Chicks. Some like Frank Sinatra. There's a little bit of everything. Billie Eilish. It's very like moody San Francisco day kind of story. So I kind of picked some moody soundtracks, but also like some witchy songs. There's some Lana Del Rey in here, Billie Eilish, and yeah, there's a little bit of everything. I'm going to start writing now because it's almost 9 o'clock and I just want to get to writing, and I'll play the playlist and I'll do that while writing. I'm still drinking this tea. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think maybe adding the sugar was a little bit of a mistake, but I will definitely probably have to make coffee later because waking up at 5:30 is a little early for me. But the reason why Shonda Rhimes does that is because she actually has kids. I do not have kids, so I don't need to wake up that early, but she wants time for herself before getting her morning routine done with the kids, going to work and all that stuff. So she'll usually leave like 5:30 to 8 for time to herself. So she like contemplates, she exercises, and usually for her exercise it's like 15 minutes on the treadmill, but I did a little bit of a workout this morning because I'm trying to get better at working out. And yeah, so for the contemplating part, I meditated before I like physically got up out of bed, and then journaled a little bit. So it was nice to kind of have that like time in the morning before getting into writing, because now I feel like my brain is flowing and working. So yeah, I'm gonna sit down and write, and I think I'll do like a 30-minute sprint from 9 to 9:30, and then I have like some work things to do. So I'll take a little bit of a break to do that, but it's not gonna take very long. And then I'll just do like another 30-minute sprint and all that jazz. So yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit more of this. And once I finish this, I'll drink the juice that I got that's in place of the AG1. So that might perk my energy up a little bit. But yeah, let's just get to writing. just did my first little 30-minute writing sprint, and I feel my voice is a little waking up now. It's almost 10 a.m. and I had a good writing session. I finished up a really cool scene. I've been trying to do more like visual storytelling. There's certain characters who I feel like are going to be a bit more visual versus like saying a lot of dialogue. There's other characters that I feel like are going to be more talkative and doing more dialogue. So I was trying to play a lot more with visual elements and like reactions and all that stuff. So yeah, it went pretty well. Obviously, this is just the first draft of the story, so I'm kind of writing with the flow, just trying to get the words in. And I read somewhere that Shonda Rhimes doesn't really outline. She kind of just writes what's on her mind, and I really like that writing style. It's kind of like the pantser versus the outliner, and I feel like I'm more of a pantser, and so is she apparently. And I think I also read somewhere that she will write out her scenes before writing them in the script. I know there's quite a few script writers who do that, but for me, I kind of just write everything on the page first. So yeah, and I think that's kind of like her first step before she like starts writing, but I'm not too sure on that. I would have to like read through like all the articles that I read before doing this, which I will link for you guys all down below. But yeah, I just took a little break in between and I'll probably get back into it. I think I'll be able to finish this act. I'm on act 2, so that would be good to complete. And yeah, we're getting into more of the other sisters like storyline, so that's really fun because I start off with one of the main sisters who has lived with the mother, so she kind of is the one dealing with the death the most and is the one who sends out these letters to the sisters. So she's kind of like the main star of the first act, and then we get introduced to the other sisters in the second act. But yeah, I wanted to I finished my tea pretty much. The last end of it is kind of bitter, so I didn't finish it, but I wanted to drink this. I've never had this brand before. I was looking for like a green juice because she drinks AG1. She calls it athletic greens, and I'm pretty sure that is in reference to AG1. But like I mentioned before, I had thrown out my AG1 that I had because it had expired. But this is like the closest. I was like, oh, I'll just get like a juice. And I was thinking about going to Air One to get one, but I didn't want to spend $10 on a juice. So I got this when I got my groceries, and it's got a lot of things in it. So it's a cold press. It has apple, celery, cucumber, kale, collards, lemon. But then there's also like tea in it. So there's like mint tea, ginger, spinach, spirulina, chlorella, and barley grass. So yeah, let's take this together. I mean, hopefully it's sweet enough. I feel like the apple and the apple's the only sweet thing in here. So hopefully that will be strong enough. I feel like collards are pretty strong, so we'll see if I like it. There's also lemon in here, which might make it a little bit bearable. It says, oh, it has a level of like sweetness to like green, and it says in between, so we'll see. Oh yeah, that's not bad. It's pretty good. It definitely tastes the lemon in there. That's not bad. Okay. I worry about these green juices sometimes because sometimes they're like a little bit too green for my liking. Like I don't get any, like I need like a little bit of sweetness, and yeah, so I'll be getting my greens in today. So that's good. But yeah, let's just get back to writing for another half hour. So that'll probably put us at like 10:30. And I think after that, I will probably put laundry in because I need to wash my sheets. So I've done my like clothes and everything already. So I will go ahead and do that. Hilarious. So I just started to intro like a reaction video, but I'm continuing on the vlog. So here we are. I have finished my writing session from 8 to 12 and it was really good. I had a really good writing session. I was able to finish Act 2 and move on to Act 3, and I made a little like goal list today, which I did during the contemplation period of the day. So I have Shonda Rhimes vlog on my list, and then I have write on my list, which I have done. And then I have done some work stuff, and then I have a little portion of like writing goals. So I have done both of those goals, which is really good. And then I had like 15 minutes left of like my 8 to 12 session after my last 30-minute increment. And I was like, I don't really want to continue writing because I kind of left in a good like spot where I was. So I kind of just made notes of like how I wanted Act 3 to end. So, because I did start Act 3, but I just kind of wrote like a couple beats here and there on how I wanted it to end. And the writing's going pretty good. It's, you know, like I said, a first draft. So I'm kind of just writing how I feel right now. And I feel like there's just a lot of dialogue right now and not a whole, there's some action, but not a whole lot. So I think that'll kind of be like my second draft goals, is to input more action because it is a supernatural story. So like I want there to be more action, and I want to watch a couple of more like supernatural shows. That's like one of my favorite genres, so I've already watched a lot. Like Charmed, obviously one of my favorite shows. I started a rewatch of that shortly after Shannon Doherty passed away, and I just wanted to get back into it. And this is kind of like my love letter to Charmed and to Shannon Doherty because I loved her character on that show, and she wasn't on there for very long, but I did like her character. And I mean, Piper was probably my favorite character on that show, but I did like certain aspects of Prue. So yeah, I definitely want there to be a little bit more action and watch other shows. So I am going to watch Ghost Whisperer. I've tried to watch that in the past, but I didn't get too into it. But I want to see if like I would be into it because it feels like a type of show that I would like. I just haven't got back to it. So, yeah, that is the plan. I might watch an episode later tonight just to see if I like it. But yeah, I've watched like plenty of supernatural shows, so like I kind of have a good handle of like what a pilot should look like. But I definitely, it's hard with this one because they don't necessarily have their magic and they're learning about their magic. So I'm trying to incorporate the like people that are after them into it more without giving too much away. So it's been a difficult challenge. But yeah, that was a good writing session. So the next portion of the day, apparently from like 12 to 7 is obviously like her work time. She has said that after 7 she doesn't look at emails and stuff like that, so assuming she kind of works like 12 to 7ish. So, and she's a busy woman, Shonda, she's a busy woman. She is constantly working on multiple projects at once, so obviously I don't have that lifestyle yet. I do want that in the future, but it's not happening right now. But I do have stuff that I need to get done. That's kind of like my work stuff, my personal work stuff. So I have some house stuff I need to do. I just threw some laundry in. I realized I already cleaned my sheets, which I had on my list, but I have already cleaned them last week. So I don't really see the point of cleaning them now because I want them to be fresh and clean when I come back from Christmas. So I don't really want to do that, but I am cleaning towels, so I'm doing that. The next thing I want to do is after I eat something, because I am getting a little hungry. That toast in the morning was not enough for me, but I want to record some reactions today. So there's a couple of comebacks. And Team had a comeback this morning, and then I want to listen to Stray Kids album. So I'll do that, and I also want to edit a couple of videos. I have one edited, but I'll just need to post it to YouTube to post tomorrow. And yeah, those are my only other like main goals for the day. I don't know why my throat is so like I don't know if it was the olive oil I drank this morning, but my throat feels a little weird. It's also been very cold this morning in my apartment, so that's probably why I've been under a blanket like this whole writing session. But I walked outside and like it wasn't too cold outside, so I don't know. I think our insulation is just bad in here. But yeah, so the next thing I'm gonna do is actually wash some dishes, which I'm gonna add in place of cleaning sheets. And then I'm also gonna add clean towels, which I'm doing now. Yeah, it's really nice to like, I usually put to-do lists on my phone, but it's kind of nice writing them out. And I can just like check them off during the day. And I also forgot to mention during that part of the day, I had written in my journal, I wrote, so this is my like writing journal that has like some stories that I've, you know, jotted ideas for. But I decided to write my goals for the year for 2025 and not like not like life goals. They're more, well, they're kind of life goals, but they're writing goals. So I wrote writing goals, and mainly I just wrote like what I want to do next year in terms of writing. And I also listed the stories that I'm in the middle of that I want to finish. There's one on here that I have finished. I'm just kind of in the like rewriting phase of it. And there's a couple that I just have not finished, which is the case of my life. So yeah, that was really nice to do. And then what I also did during that time was write in like this journal that I've had for a while. I got it for my birthday, I think, a while back. I haven't written anything in it, but because I was trying to figure out like what I wanted to use this for. So I kind of just wrote like my thoughts of yesterday's day. So, and then like today's day, I kind of want to get back into journaling. So that's kind of like what I did. It wasn't a lot, but it was kind of good to get like thoughts out, because I was like, there's not much else to do in this early of the morning, but that's kind of what Shonda says she does during those hours. So, or what I've read in interviews and such. I'll link all the like articles that I read about this in the description down below. But yeah, I'm gonna continue on with the day, and I will chat with you soon. We are done for writing for the day because I think I'm pretty tired writing. So, but I forgot to mention, I do want to read or reread the script that I'm like editing in the editing rewriting phase right now, because I had initially wrote it. It was a long script, but I feel like I liked the direction I was going in that version better than the one that I had edited. I'm like on the third draft of the story at this point. I really like the story, but I want it to be really good before I like submit it to anything. But I want to reread that draft, that like first initial draft that I had, to see like if I still like that draft, and maybe just continue rewriting from there, because I'm just not loving the drafts that I'm currently writing for that story, which is why I put a pause on that one and then started writing this story. But yeah, I'm gonna go make some coffee or something, maybe matcha. No, I might make coffee. But yeah, we'll see how I feel. If I'm feeling matcha or coffee, I'm not really sure. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying this. I'm like, I don't really go out to write because I get really distracted. I know a lot of people like writing in like cafes and stuff, but I haven't really been good at that because I just get so distracted by everything. And like, just get really distracted. I like to people watch, and I feel like going to a cafe to write is not the best for me. So I just write at home. But I hope there's some interesting visuals for you from this morning. Making that breakfast was interesting. And then like the meditation and all that stuff. So yeah, anyways, I will chat with you later. Hello everyone. So I just finished listening to Stray Kids' Hop album. I recorded a little bit of my reaction for you guys because I do have a second channel, which is more of a K-pop reaction channel. I really like this like background. You can see all my posters. But yeah, I'm continuing on the Shonda Rhimes day. And as I mentioned before, from like after 12 to like 7 is what I guess is like her work day. So I'm just catching up to all of my reactions that I have to do. I still have a couple of albums that I need to listen to, which I'll try to get through this coming week, because Christmas I'm probably not gonna be listening to anything. So at least I'll have those up for you guys on the reaction channel. So if people here want to go and watch that, they can. I think what I'll do for this first vlog, since I don't have that many subscribers on my other channel because I'm literally just starting it, I also might post it on here on my reaction channel so that people there can see that I have a vlog channel as well. So I might do that just for like the first one. But yeah, I just have to take the laundry out of my dryer. It's just towels, so it's not gonna take forever to put back. But yeah, after that, I'm probably gonna edit some of this stuff that I've just reacted to and watched, and I think that'll be the like last bit of my evening before dinner, and then the end of the night will be my nightly routine. Again, that goes with Shonda because she stops like emails and work at like 7-ish. So yeah, I will see you all in a bit. Okay, so I wanted to show you the thumbnail for my reaction for Stray Kids Walking on Water. I do have a reaction channel, so I am working on editing all this stuff right now. And I actually really like making thumbnails, like they're just really fun. And yeah, I've been kind of playing with different ways of doing my thumbnails, and I just was trying to make things like more eye-catching a little bit with the colors here. So yeah, and I have like little, you know, popping images here with the walking on water chorus in the background. So yeah, just wanted to share that with you all because I was just working on that and I'm about to upload this reaction.
Hey, don't tell me I scared you.
That's very funny.